Good day, students. Welcome to Mathgotserved.com. In this clip, we're going to be going over section 8.08 of our series on adding and subtracting fractions. We're going to be looking at a fundamental skill on how to find the least common multiple of two or more numbers. A sample problem of what we're going to be going over in this presentation is given here. You have to find the least common multiple of 4 and 5. Don't forget, we have some practice problems at the end of this tutorial for you to try out in order to demonstrate mastery of the contents of this presentation. Alright, so the instructions for the examples that we are going to be working on are for us to find the least common multiple or LCM of the given numbers. So for question number 1, we are going to find the least common multiple of 4 and 5. Alright, so let's take a look at that. This particular presentation shows the importance of knowing your multiplication facts. Okay, from 1 all the way to 12 at least. Okay, so to find the least common multiple of 4 and 5, we're basically finding the smallest number that shows up in both the multiplication fact of 4 and 5. Okay, so in order to determine what that is, we're just going to write down some of the multiples of 4 and 5. So let's go ahead and write down what we're about to do. We're going to list the multiples of 4 and 5. We're going to list the multiple of 4 and 5 up to the biggest of the two. Okay, so the biggest of the two is 5. But if we find a common multiple in the process of listing the multiples of the bigger, we can just stop there because we don't need to go any further. Okay, so list multiples of 4 and 5 up to 5 to start. All right, so when I say list the multiples of 4 and 5, we're basically looking for our multiplication facts for 4 and 5 all the way to 5. All right, but if we can find a common multiple of both of them earlier, then we don't have to go all the way. All right, so let's start with the smaller of the two. Okay, and then we're going to list all the multiples of the smaller up to the bigger. So what are the multiples of 4 from 1 all the way to 5? So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. Keep on going. We're going all the way to 5, okay? 4 times 4 is 16, and 4 times 5 is 20. Just stop there. And then 5, we're going to list the multiples of 5 all the way to 5, or until we can get a number that's present on this list. So while you're listing your multiples of 5, look out to see if you can get a number here. All right, so you know what, let's make the 5, let's make it blue. All right, so what are the multiples of 5 all the way to 5, or before we hit one of these numbers right here? So 5 times 1 is 5. There's no 5 here. 5 times 2 is 10. There's no 10 here. 5 times 3 is 15. No 15 here. 5 times 4 is 20. Oh, jackpot. That's exactly what we want. All right. If we proceeded to 25, which is a multiple of 5 all the way to 5, it's not necessary because we already found a common multiple. All right. So this is the common multiple. There are more multiples that are common, but what we care about is the smallest, the least common multiple, the smallest number that shows up in the multiplication facts for these two numbers. All right, so let's write down what our answer is. So the least common multiple, you can write it using the abbreviation LCM. The LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. Okay, so this is the smallest number that 4 and 5 can go into evenly. You might wonder, okay, what's the significance of finding the LCM? Well, the main objective of this entire unit is adding and subtracting fractions, and the principle of LCM, least common multiple, is extremely important. All right, and then there's some more complicated problems you'll be solving in algebra, rational functions, where you also have to find the LCD or LCM of algebraic fractions, and that is the fastest way to solve problems of that nature. So there are many big applications of the principle of LCM that you will need to learn in the future. So by mastering this right now, you'll be able to do well on those future lessons. All right. Okay, so 3 and 7, that's number 2. What is the least common multiple of 3 and 7? Basically, what is the smallest number that these two can go into evenly without any remainder? Or what is the smallest number that shows up in the multiplication facts of 3 and 7? So what are we going to do? Let's list the multiples of 3 and 7. And 7 up to 7. Okay? Up to 7 or before we find, or until we find a number that shows up in both factors. Okay? In both multiplication facts. So let's go ahead and list our multiples of 3 and 7. Which one do we start with? The bigger or the smaller? You start with the smaller. Okay, always start with the smaller one. And then you do the bigger one next. Alright, so we're going to write down the multiplication facts, the multiples of 3, starting from 1 all the way to 7, okay? So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 6 is 18, 3 times 7 is 21. Alright, so that's the bigger of the two, which is 7. Then 7, we're going to write down all the multiples of 7 up to 7, or until we hit one of the numbers here. So keep an eye out. Alright, so 7 times 1 is 7. There's no 7 here. 7 times 2 is 14. No 14 here. 7 times 3 is 21. Ooh, there you go. 21 and 21. That's the first common multiple that shows up for the two numbers starting from 1. So basically that's the least common multiple. Okay, the LCM. So let's write down what our answer is. So this is the LCM right here. The LCM, the smallest number that 3 and 7 can go into, the LCM without remainder. LCM of 3 and 7 is what? The LCM of 3 and 7 is 21. Alright, so we're going to go over one more example and then give you some practice problems to try out. Okay, so for number 3, we are going to challenge you a little bit. We're going to have you find the least common multiple of 3 numbers. Okay, so 3, 4, and 6. What is the LCM of these 3 numbers? What is the smallest number that these 3 numbers can go into evenly? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to list the multiples of 3, 4, and 6 up to the biggest of the 3, okay? Up to 6. Alright, so when we're working on the last number, namely the biggest one, we want to look out for common multiples as we work our way down to the multiple of 6 starting from 1. Okay, multiples of 6 starting from 1 to 6. Alright, so let's make our chart. We have 3, 4, and 6. We're going to start with which one? Which one do you think we should start with? You always want to start with the smallest one. Okay? Alright, so you start with the smallest one because the smallest one could have a factor that's a factor of the bigger one. And if you start with a bigger one, you might be doing too much work. It's faster to start with the smallest. Alright, let's go. So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 6 is 18. Okay? Alright, 4 multiples of 4 all the way to 6. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16. Oh, look, we already have a common number here. Let's keep on going. 4 times 5 is 20, 4 times 6 is 24. Okay? Even though 12 is a common multiple of 3 and 4, the LCM of 3 and 4. It doesn't necessarily have to be that of 6. So that's why I went all the way up, okay? So now when we're working on the last one, namely the biggest one, let's look out for any numbers that show up here. So basically, let's keep our eye out for 12 because that's basically the only number that's common here, right? Is there any other number? Nope. Okay. So 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2, 12. Oh, there you go. Jackpot. So there's a number that's common in the multiplication facts of all three numbers. Now, sometimes you might follow this approach and you do not find a lowest common multiple. Okay, if that's the case, all you just have to do is just keep advancing one number for each column at a time until you hit it. Okay, all right, so here we already have this. This is nice. That's what our LCM is. So for number 3, the least common multiple or LCM of 3, 4, and 6 is what? Is 12. So 12 is the smallest number that these three can go into evenly. 3 goes into 12 4 times, 4 goes into 12 3 times, 6 goes into 12 2 times. All right? Okay. So now is your time to do some practice problems. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so here are your practice problems. We'd like you to pause the video presentation at this time and try out these 3 questions. When you're done, hit on the playback button, and then we're going to reveal what the correct answers are. Alright, so go ahead and pause the video at this time and try these problems. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here are the answers to questions 1, 2, and 3. Let us know how well you did in this practice problem. If you got them all right, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you have any questions about these example problems or what we covered in this tutorial, specify it in the comment section below, and we'll be more than glad to assist you. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this presentation. Don't forget to help support our channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with your friends. Tons of support resources can be found at mathgotserved.com or in the links in the description below. Thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.